What the is this piece of shit?
To be honest, I really didn't even feel like watching Fallout Season 2, but I have the Amazon subscription, so I might as well watch it. After the newest episode, which was episode 5, as of recording, I really do actually want to give my reviews, my whole review on it. It's complicated. The show itself is definitely very complicated, but I feel like if I explain it further, you'll understand why I actually want to make a mid-season review before I wrap everything up on February 8th with a much more long series of critiques and problems and things I'd actually liked. But as of right now, this is going to be a mid-season review. I rolled out of bed, put on my hat, didn't even shave, I'm gonna talk about what's good and what's bad about the Fallout TV show. And by the way, a whole year ago, I created a bingo card. Me and the Discord server created an entire bingo card around this series. So every time you're gonna see the bingo card come up on screen, you'll know that it's something that I called a year ago that came true in the series. So let's see if I can get bingo for the season's already over.
Now, where were we?
Well, the quippy millennial-style writing has continued from season 1. I wasn't expecting that to change, but I don't know what he want from me. So Maximus has been placed on the back burner, which kind of feels like crap. He feel like he was getting a much better arc on par with that of the Ghoul, but okay. So the Brotherhood is going into a civil war. Why the Brotherhood of Steel is all connected to each other and all having conversations and about to have a civil war over a seemingly infinite fuel source, it's beyond me, but I'm not a writer in Amazon. So with that, the Commonwealth Brotherhood is now the strongest Brotherhood. That kind of makes sense. I mean, if they're the same Brotherhood, I know the Commonwealth Brotherhood was the branch off from the DC Brotherhood, which defeated the Enclave. But the Midwest Brotherhood is there too. We see the Colorado Brotherhood, and the Colorado Brotherhood are the ones that defeated the Calculator. The one with a robot army. So they should be at least on par with the DC Brotherhood, or now called the Commonwealth Brotherhood because Todd loves Fallout 4 so much. Let's just make them the Commonwealth Brotherhood instead of, the DC chapter like they've always been. Let's see, what else is bad? Oh yeah, they fucked up New Vegas. Let's just see what else we got here. The Kings were ghoulified. They made Freeside into just another town where everyone is insane except for the main characters, just like Philly. The Strip is now a stronghold of Deathclaws with none of the families in sight. The deployed NCR troops are fractured. The Legion is mid-Civil War. They made the Dinosaur and Novak turn the wrong way, and there was no Fisto during the Atomic Wrangler scenes. I'm extremely disappointed. Whatever.
Amazing, man. The best part about this house is I got this thing for like $20,000.
Oh, no!
What?
Nope.
What? The swastika?
There's definitely a lot of people online who don't like how House is portrayed in the series. I mean, him going around and trying to control people's minds seems like something that the big MT would do, not House, but I don't really mind his characterization that much outside of a few minor details that I find, a little bit weird. I mean, House in the series was a man who strapped himself into a computer to keep his digital consciousness alive and his body on stasis, who had robot girlfriends and a robot army and a missile defense system for New Vegas. I mean, anybody with that is going to be a little mad. One of my biggest critiques was actually remedied in this season with House. In the last season, we saw that House was aware of what was going to happen to the world. He was aware the world was going to blow up by all the CEOs and all this stuff, I don't even want to think about it. But that was actually remedied in this season. They actually showed that House is telling Cooper in the scene when he's in the penthouse that it's not going to be Vault-Tec who's going to blow up the world. It's going to be some third-party actor, which he's hinting at is going to be the Enclave, which is fine in my book. The Enclave was always one of those shadow organizations in the pre-war that was probably caused the end of the world. It's always was a throw-up for the fans between the Enclave causing the war to throw everyone to the vaults and begin their experiments, or the Red Chinese doing it first because they didn't want to lose their land to the Americans that were slowly occupying them. I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's actually a good change that they changed that from season 1 to season 2. I think it's good. I really want to see how House changes his character, or at least how he's portrayed through the rest of the season, because it feels like from the beginning of the season we see more of a comical character portrayal of House, of what an Amazon writer thinks House is, and then we're slowly getting into more of what House, I think, eventually becomes in New Vegas through the writing. I hope they do better in the second half, but I do still want to see what they do with them. Another thing I actually really liked is the Enclave being more hinted at than it's just being shown. In season 1, we saw the Enclave. We saw them in their little science lab doing experiments and stuff, and it's like more of a caricature portrayal of the Enclave, of what a Amazon writer thinks, than what the Enclave actually is. But this one of the pre-war Enclave being talked about by House, I think is better. I mean, he's hinting at it. They're a shadow organization. They were essentially the shadow government in pre-war, which I think when we can see that more and more of it hinted at, and maybe we can see that, I don't know, maybe Cooper's wife is actually a member of the Enclave. We don't know that. Like, it's more interesting to see this shadow cabal version of the Enclave than the big bad power armor wearing version of the Enclave we see in the series. I think the Enclave being brought back to the foreground in season 2 and being more hinted at is much better. It's kind of reminds me of the remnants from Fall New Vegas, actually. A small, shadowy organization of people who don't really talk about it, but when they're brought out and they are done right, it could be one of the best parts of the whole game, actually. I mean, the Enclave Remnants is one of my favorite parts of Fall New Vegas in general. Just like season 1, the Ghoul arc is most definitely the best part. It's almost as if it's written by completely different people. It's the best part of the series. So there's a scene that I wanted to talk about that was really interesting to me that I actually really liked. There's a scene where Cooper is driving in pre-war America with his daughter, and the air raid sirens go off, warning of a nuclear disaster. And everybody starts scattering, and he's the only one who's calm. And I think that was done the wrong way. Even though it was a good scene, it was interesting, I think it was done the wrong way. Because in the context that we have for that scene, we see that Cooper knows that the world might actually end. And the people are unaware that the world might actually end. I think it should have gone the opposite, actually. That Cooper should have been the one to going around saying, why aren't you guys going to the bunkers? Why aren't you guys going to the bunkers? He's freaking out. He's scared because he thought maybe they started it right now. Maybe they're on it right now. Maybe it's happening. And everyone else is calm. But we got the opposite. And I feel like that would have been a good scene to see just how much this knowledge that his wife is planning to destroy the world for Vault Tech is actually eating away at him and is making him like go be scared. He's making him be nervous. And I think that would have been a better scene, but it's you know, the Ghoul part are the best parts of the series. Another part is definitely the part where we get to see Operation Anchorage. That's actually really cool. We got to see Operation Anchorage in the T-45 power armor and how like much of a piece of crap it is. But it was actually a pretty good scene. I actually really liked that scene. Even though it kind of confirmed something that fans were thinking of, like, oh yeah, Deathclaws were created to replace human soldiers on the battlefield. And we were always hinted at, like, oh, did they use them in the Sino-American War? Yes or no, we never really knew, and they just confirmed it here that yes, they did. They dropped them in Anchorage. And I thought it's not that bad of a decision. Like, some of my friends thought it was crappy, but I thought it was pretty good. We got to see a Deathclaw being essentially dropped into Anchorage to defeat the Chinese. And the Chinese that they were designing, the Chinese PLA soldiers were actually, I thought they had a really good design. They went really good. It was just like Operation Anchorage. And I was like, you know, that's got to give it to him for keeping things accurate. Todd is definitely using the Fallout TV show to figure out what Fallout 5 is going to be. And we can only really hope that he doesn't mess it up completely and the Amazon writers do something good with this. It's like, I do want to see Cooper and Mr. House's conflict throughout pre-war America. Honestly, I think that if pre-war America were the series entirely, I think that'd be even better show. I mean, it's cool to see parts of the wasteland, and that's what Fallout is all about. But honestly, a pre-war America show would actually be pretty good, I think. I mean, the best parts of the series are almost always Cooper and his pre-war problems. And I think that's actually really good, really interesting. What if Fallout TV show was just a man figuring out that the world is going to end? That'd be a great show. I personally think so. I actually do really want to see why the New Vegas is a complete smoldering pile of rubble. They're hinting at it or different things here and there for the series so far, but I want to see actually why. And if it's just chalked up as it's just like that now, then we can all agree that Todd did it out of spite. Don't want to see the Courier at all in this series, honestly. If they bring the Courier up, I can't trust them not to completely ruin the character. But I think that if they do, just have them never show their face or gender, just mask, desert armor on, say nothing. But there's hints online that people are saying that Cooper, the ghoul, might actually be the courier, which doesn't really make any sense. There was no hint that the courier was a ghoul throughout the entirety of Fallout New Vegas. That just wouldn't make any sense. But I sincerely hope that's not true. For a mid-season review, I think that's really about it. Honestly, I think that the Amazon writers are pulling a reverse of season 1, where the first few episodes are bad and then the final few episodes are good. If that's true, you've got me for the rest at least. I think that this could be good. This could be good if they just play their cards right. I could see it in the last episode. Episode 5, I can see the writing getting a little bit better. I can see the drama getting better. I can see the creation of the ghoul and why he's going crazy and why he's the way that he is and and things about the Enclave. It's just, I'm excited to see where it goes actually. And I'm glad that they're making the series, possibly better, but who knows? They could completely just fumble the bag in the last 5 minutes of the episode of the whole series. But we'll just have to see. Well, if you made it this far, you know that I mostly just want to talk about making more content. But every time I say that, it's 5 months in between content. But I'm studying right now. I'm doing a lot of stuff like that. I have a lot of things beyond YouTube that I've been working on. I'm sorry for people that actually want to see content. I actually do plan on writing, making more content, more around my field of study, which is political science. Hopefully the extremist Fallout New Vegas fans will stick around for that one. But I actually do want to continue to review things like the Fallout TV show and the rest of the series. But I also do want to plan on making a few things that are just a little bit more unconventional. Just see things that I'm really passionate about, like political science and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully you guys will stick by for it. So as of right now, you can see that the Discord is still up. You can come down and join it. I also just got a TikTok where I can just talk about random political crap all day. If you want to see me rant about nonsense, you can go there and check it for more short form content with me. So thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate it. I'll see you in a year.